Like, we can keep going in circles about like you have this and you have that, but genuinely, I don't even believe that.
Well, what are you hoping to accomplish?
Mainly the first thing I wanted to do was get on the news.
I highly doubt it really came back to me because I was there.
It did, because I didn't just come up with your information.
Yeah,
I didn't just come up with your address. I didn't come up with your dad's information. Again, I'm being honest with you.
like, we can keep going in circles about like you have this and you have that, but genuinely, I don't even believe that.
The joke is over now. I got on the news. That was all I wanted to do.
It's Monday. More specifically, it's Valentine's Day in 2022. Agencies in Milton, Florida received concerning phone calls from a man who's threatening a mass casualty event at the local high school. The man claims to have a duffel bag filled with ammunition and several guns. The calls turned out to be a hoax. The school would eventually come out of lockdown and allow the students to go home after the long, stressful ordeal. And while the person on the phone may think this was a cute prank, the agencies that scrambled to the school are hardly impressed. Thank you for hyping our videos by sharing. All right, so here we go. This individual calls into the local school and several law enforcement agencies, but he's not done yet. He calls back to taunt them. And they try to keep him on the phone as long as possible. It's a really long series of phone calls. I'm abbreviating them. And also, to be transparent, he goes on a racial tirade. I muted, obviously, a lot of the words, but the context is still there. So I will put a timer on the screen. If that's something you're not interested in listening to, you can skip forward. I don't want to make anyone sit through something that offends them. So if you would like to skip forward, but I did put it in here not for entertainment purposes, but for full context as to what this individual was doing when they called these agencies. It's really, he's a piece of scum, at least what he purported himself to be in these phone calls. Is he really like that? Was he thinking he was being funny? I don't know. I'll let you decide.
What did you say your name was again? Alexander what?
Chase Alexander.
Chase Alexander.
Yeah.
Well, how do I know you're telling the truth?
Just a freak, man. I'm not scared of you, like, people, you know.
Something like Alabama.
You just like to prank people?
I'm in that school. I don't know.
Who do you?
What the fuck? What's the day over there?
Well, that wasn't very nice.
I don't know, man.
This is already
Lying to me. Trying to get
Trying to get what?
on the news.
Oh, you want to get on the news?
Yep.
That's a good way to do it.
Yeah, man.
Go.
Anyway, I told you guys a little bit. South Lake Drive. My name's Chase Alexander. Yeah, this was a prank, and I hate news.
Well, I still don't know if I believe you.
If I lived in Milton, I'd probably kill every nigger that thrilled the piano.
Why?
I don't know. They're just disgusting people. Well, not even people, really. You've seen all the shit they've done to America.
Well, they're not the only ones.
And they're getting rewarded for it, man. They're getting that little Black Month, fucking History Month, whatever the fuck it is. All that other shit. The White History Month. Where's the fucking White Lives Matter shit, you know?
Well,
Hello?
I'm listening to you.
Anyway, man, I gotta go. Can you take the school out of lockdown?
Well, if I take the school out of lockdown, how do I know you're not still just wandering around, standing across the street?
All right, man. What do you want me to do to prove that I am not here? I am on a computer right now. I am not in Milton. The VPN. I'm not even an American, man. I'm using a fake accent right now.
Now, I don't believe you.
Hello?
Can you email me to prove that you're on a computer?
I don't know. I can do stuff to prove I'm on a computer. Computer? What the fuck? Let me check my what's hooked up. Actually from the UK. Not even in the
Well, let me hear your real accent.
sorry?
Let me hear your Russian accent.
No, I said I'm from the United Kingdom.
Oh, well, let me hear that accent.
Hello, do you hear me? Hello? I am from the United Kingdom. I'm not from America.
Well, can you?
Death to America.
So after going back and forth for like 40 minutes, he eventually hangs up saying that he's going to have his co-conspirator call back.
Oi.
Well,
No, give you the guy's name if you want.
yeah, give it to me.
Nah, you need to call me daddy first.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
Oi, why not? You don't want to hear who fucking did it.
I do.
Then call me fucking daddy, you fucking slut.
Wow. No?
Fucking dumb bitch. Fucking call me daddy right now, you fucking dog cat.
Yeah, I don't respond to that.
Oi, listen up here, you fucking dog. Alright? If you fucking came to fucking England, then fucking you fucking dog.
Well, that's just offensive.
That's offensive, really fucking offensive. Oi, fucking dog, listen up here, nobody gives a fuck, you fucking thin-skinned American, fuck you. Fucking thin-skinned American, you fucking dog.
So he continues this tirade for about 20 minutes. And then he calls back with another persona. And even going from one character he's playing to the next, one thing stays the same.
Accomplished. I'm just saying we should do like Hitler, but with.
So, utilizing technology, they were able to track these phone calls back to a kid in New Jersey named Brad Parga.
You don't ever bring it down, so I don't want to fall. Okay, ¿quieres salir? This one out. John, come up. Go first. Take care. Please start forward.
So, his parents that don't speak English, they're completely shocked, which is understandable. And they take all of his electronics. They find voice changers and stuff like that. So they go ahead and take him in to interrogate him. And it's going to be interesting to see if he'll own up to his actions.
Thank you. How's the temperature in here? Is it a little bit better?
Kind of interesting mind, huh? A bunch of people banging at my door. I'm sure your dad, kind of explained anything. It's probably a little different than what you think. What you think you see on TV. Everyone talk about stuff like that. Okay? It's not a bunch of mind games. I mean, trying to play on words or anything. You need to be very upfront and honest as to what led us here today. Okay, that's kind of the best approach for you to understand the truth. Throw that with your dad too. Okay.
You know how we were telling you before that we want to make sure that, your rights are protected and everything like that? So
I'm not going back home today.
Huh?
Not going back.
But again, we're gonna explain all
Set
that,
up.
so that's not the greatest way to leave it.
Pero dile todo lo que tú sabes.
Okay.
Okay?
But before we get started, again, I'm Detective Castro.
I'm Detective Judy Yoakum.
Detective Kelly.
I'm gonna go over your rights. You've had a chance, you've been wanting to talk to me, to talk to us since we were in the car, telling me things. I told you, give me a minute. We want to go over your rights because we want to do this the right way. So this is a chance. We're gonna go over the rights. We'll go through that. Make sure you and your dad understand, and then we'll take it from there. Do you have any questions? Okay. Señor, yo sé que se me dice que se habla el inglés. ¿Tú está bien que yo hable el inglés?
Oh, sí.
Are you sure? Do you want me to translate for you? Or you're
My
good?
English sound no good, but I can understand
Are
perfectly.
you sure? Okay.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So
We don't mind doing it in Spanish as well.
Yeah, like,
Just so you're comfortable. This is
No, it's all right. It's all right.
for example, they can speak in English and I'll be translating to them in Spanish. So that's okay.
That
if
is
you want.
okay.
At any point, if you don't understand anything that we say, let me know and we'll make sure to go through it, okay? I'm gonna read you the rights, then we'll step out, give you guys a chance to talk about it if you want to either talk to us or not talk to us, and then we'll take it from there.
Wow.
Okay? All right.
The rights are read.
At this time, we're going to step out. We're going to allow you guys to speak, whether you guys want to talk to us or not, but we're going to step out. When you're ready to give us an answer, just knock on the door and we'll come right in.
All right.
This is soundproof, so I can't hear you from outside.
I'll talk now.
Yeah.
We by law, I have to give you that
Yeah.
that moment to speak to your dad privately, and then just knock on the door, and then we'll come back in. Okay? All right. Thank you. And maybe if you even want to review the rights, I'll leave them here because I want you to be able to.
So we're still recording.
Yeah. Yeah, that one?
Not going back home today.
Yes, you will.
No, they said I'm most likely not.
No, because
I'm arrested. I'm not, they're not questioning me. I'm arrested. I have this.
Okay, well, tell them who did the call.
I didn't do anything.
I know
I
you
have
didn't
not.
do it.
I have not done anything.
So do you know who did it?
Why? But why would I be getting arrested?
You know something about it?
Yes.
So tell them
I'll
everything
tell them.
you
I
know.
will tell them.
Okay? Just tell them everything you know.
How much?
You didn't do it. You're going home.
Yeah, but dude,
If you didn't do it, you're going home.
that's not how it works, dude. That's not how it works.
Yeah, it worked.
Yeah.
Tell them who did it.
That's not how it works.
Yeah.
His father is a wise man.
Or actually, I have a few more. Something else I have to do.
Okay.
Okay, so knowing your rights in mind.
I'm positive and he's positive that he didn't do the call.
Okay.
So he's gonna tell you everything he knows, the friend, whoever, but I'm positive that he didn't do the call.
But is that your choice? You
I will, I'll let you speak to him.
even though your dad decides that, what do you decide to do?
I want to speak.
Okay. So I'm gonna read you something called the waiver of rights that I have to read you. I read it to everyone, and then we'll continue. Okay?
All right, Dad, just like I've started to briefly kind of explain to him, okay? This isn't going to be or go like you might expect on television where we're going to play some kind of like mind game, try to play on his words or anything. We are here to get information. I also told him that I would be very transparent as to what is here today. Okay, so I want you to understand the truth, but I want you both to understand the truth. The reason why I want to tell you the truth about everything and why we're here is I don't want you or your son I don't want your son to back himself into a corner or back himself into a lie that he can't talk himself out of. Do you understand? Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay. That's what a lot of people do when they sit in front of detectives and stuff is they assume that whatever they can say is whatever lie they've prepared or is going to happen is going to change that. Okay. I don't want to do that with you because, it becomes kind of a self-serving interview where it doesn't matter what you say. Okay. And I want your word to count. Okay. So to be very clear, okay. Early on, you had mentioned right after you were arrested, you mentioned the Milton High School the incident that on Valentine's Day last year, and you're aware of that.
Yep.
Okay. That's where I'm from. Okay. That's where I'm a detective at in Florida. Okay. It was my information and a lot of information I got from that incident that led to the search warrant for your residence. And a lot of that information led to the arrest warrant as well out in Florida. Okay. That's where all that has stemmed from. Okay. So it's all stuff that myself and some other places have kind of left out and leaving that information. Okay. When I talk about, I don't want to back you into a corner. I want you to understand why we landed at your address.
Yeah.
Okay. During that time frame of Valentine's Day of Milton High School, okay, multiple calls were made. Okay. And and I know you know something about it, but I want you to understand that we know just as much that you believe you know about it. And the reason why is all the social media accounts that you, your friend in Australia, friend in Canada, all that stuff, we've gotten all that information. We've gotten all that information already. Okay. Or a lot of this information is all tic-tac with people that you've talked to on Discord, or a lot of people have had conversations on Discord. We got all that information. What led us to you was in the multiple phone calls that were made, we backtracked the phone numbers to where they were purchased, to where they were activated, to where the calls were made, and they led to the IP address for your apartment registered to you. Okay? And further going forward, getting that information, we also, because you video chatted with other people in other calls, we've had people personally identify you as the person that they've spoken to, where they gained information in conversations about being involved in these swatting incidences. Okay, I know you're not the only person that has been involved in some of these incidences, but I want you, before you back yourself out and say, I didn't do anything, I had nothing to do with it, this is your opportunity to be true about what involvement you had.
So do you want me to stop?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I literally just watched. I walked.
So sorry.
In a good flow right here.
Yeah,
but
I just did want to just place you under oath really quick. That was something we should have done while I did the
My
review.
apologies.
So I apologize
Fine.
for that. Obviously, you know everything is audio and video
Yep.
recorded. We've registered your rights. You elected to speak to us. So we're just going to place you under oath, like what you normally see on the TV.
Yeah.
I now inform you that's my intention to place you under oath before you respond to any questions. New Jersey state statutes allow detectives assigned to the prosecutor's office to administer an oath. This oath carries the same responsibilities as an oath that you would swear before a grand jury or a trial. Violation of this oath constitutes a charge of perjury. This is to lie under oath. Do you solemnly swear to the best of your knowledge that the statements and responses that you are now about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
So help you God?
Yes.
Thank you. And can you read and write in English language?
Yeah.
Okay, so you understand everything we're
Yes.
talking about? Right. Thank you.
So as I was saying, I watched. That's literally it. I was in the Discord call. He was sharing his screen. Did it. I was watching.
Who was that?
Hayden.
Okay.
Last year. I think I actually might have a recording of him doing it.
Okay.
I think.
On one of your computers?
I think I actually might have a recording of them doing it. I never participated in it personally because I don't do that at all. I guess it was entertaining to watch, but that was a year ago. I've actually been trying to turn my life around now. I've actually started going to school. I wasn't going to school before. And now I don't even involve myself with that anymore. He
Well, that's good.
He still does his little SWAT calls or whatever, and I'm never calling him. I don't even want to hear about it because, when the Guttenberg detectives came in, I was just like, yeah, it's time for me to just not, basically.
And that was the incident with Chase in Alabama, right?
Which is also another mutual friend. He never did SWAT either, though. He was a victim because I'm pretty sure Hayden actually also swatted me. When I don't know if you know, but there was basically a call to my apartment, basically saying that someone was like shooting or something. Yeah, it should be in the records. But basically, I got swatted as well. Chase got swatted as well. And basically, this is all like literally Hayden. And it was over an argument we had, and we had a lot of arguments. And I guess he just took it out on me. And you know, that's usually how it happens. But I can assure you, I literally did not do anything. I did not do the swatting.
There are a lot of things that I believe what you're saying, because since then, I'm not the only agency that's been like watching this activity. I've watched it progress and kind of watched the different changes.
Yeah.
We've watched, we've seen where other swatting calls have been made, where, like you said, you've watched it, you've been at chat rooms or whatever. You've had conversations about it. You've had connections to those incidences. Okay.
Yeah.
What incidences do you remember being part of, at least as far as what you witnessed? That you even if you're saying Hayden was doing them, which locations, where did you guys talk about?
Okay, so Milton, he did a bunch of like petty 7-Eleven prank calls. I'll be real. I used to do prank calls. I wouldn't do swattings. I'd do prank calls, like calling 7-Elevens, basically saying like, "Hey, I'm your bread inspector. I need you to take a loaf of bread out," and like I'd make them like, you know, roll it up into a ball, put it in a slushy cup, you know, and basically say like we're testing for COVID or whatever. So I would just do petty prank calls like that I haven't done recently at all. But other than Milton, I don't know, residences, people that would
Like people's houses?
yeah, people's houses. Yeah.
How did you find that information?
I didn't find it. He found it.
When you say he.
Hayden. Yeah, I did not personally partake in like finding the information or giving out information. That was kind of all him, and I was just there to watch. And that's why Chase is also involved, because he was the same as me, and we were literally just there for the ride. We did not partake in any of it.
So, remember I said that we did a lot of digging through Discord and other social media sites and everything.
Yeah.
When we do that, when they submit information to us, our search warrant that was like, okay, let me backtrack. So if we write a search warrant for that, we ask for everything from any, like, let's say for Snapchat, for instance.
Yeah.
So anything you've liked, looked at, shared, viewed, deleted, anything that, you know, Snapchat, you believe everything kind of deletes after 24 hours. It doesn't delete.
Yeah.
You stop seeing it.
Yeah.
But Snapchat always gets to see it. So when you ask for that, if it were a printed out document, it'd be like 10,000 pages.
Mm-hmm.
Legitimately 10,000 pages. Okay. So it does take a lot of time to go through that stuff. But most things that people believe goes away, is deleted or gone, is not gone.
I understand.
Okay. So the 7-Eleven prank calls, the Delta and stuff like that. So talk about the Milton High School for starters, because again, your phone number registered from your IP address, made some calls, maybe not the original swatting call that Hayden did, but there were other calls. That's how we got your number. That's how we ended up here. So talk about what happened with Milton. What involvement did you have?
I highly doubt it came back to me, because I was there.
It did, because I didn't just come up with your information.
Yeah,
I didn't just come up with your address. I didn't come up with your dad's information. Again, I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, I'm under oath. I'm being honest with you as well. I did not take any part in the actual calling of Milton. I'm not that stupid.
And maybe we need to just clarify that. Just by saying that you didn't participate in it, like you didn't actually verbally say anything on the phone or anything, it's more than that.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any possibility that you could have placed the call?
No.
For Hayden?
Nope, I did not place the call for Hayden. He was using his own account. I did not make an account for him. My own email was on my own number. I did not make an account for him. I did not do anything for him. He made his own call on his own.
Yeah, again, I want you to, I don't know how better way to understand, to make you quite understand that, okay? We have his phone number too. We have the information that took us to Australia. Okay? We understand that.
Yeah.
We had a whole list of phone numbers. Each one of those phone numbers, we did search warrants for all the records. So when those records are come back, they say, like, you know, this phone number made this call at this time, and it was registered at this IP address, and it was being used at this IP address when the call was made.
Yeah.
So we know already, unless your friend Hayden was standing in your apartment using a phone that was registered at your house under his IP address, registered to him that he pays the bill on, then that's impossible. Okay, that's what I'm trying to make you understand. Okay, that's the direct information, because that is a big reason why we're here, because we know calls were made from your house.
I can't. What do you want me to say? Do you want me to admit to something I didn't do? I can't.
No, I'm not saying that you're not the only person. What I'm saying is,
No, I'm not saying that either.
I want to understand what your actual involvement was, because a call was made. Now, I'm not saying it was just because there were several calls around Milton. It wasn't just the one call. There were multiple calls to the high school.
Is there audio
There were-
recording?
Yes, there's audio recordings. There's all this documentation.
You can match up the accent. I never called. You can match up the voice. I never called. Never. I did not call.
So what about the voice changing software?
What voice? Oh, voice mod. I've had that for years.
That we know that was utilized in all the calls.
Yeah, a lot of people have voice mod. He has voice mod. Bubba has voice mod. I have voice mod. Almost all my friends in high school have voice mod.
No, but that's why I'm trying to make you understand. It's not an accident that we're sitting in front of you.
Yeah.
We are sitting in front of you, but it's impossible for him in Australia to make a call from your house. Some calls were made to your house involving the Milton High School thing, but there were other calls around Milton that wasn't just the high school. There were several calls to the high school.
Oh.
There were calls to the city police station. There were calls to people's homes in the area. You had more to do there, whether it was a prank call or not. You had more involvement. You did more things there.
I swear on the oath, I did not call any place in Milton. I did not call. I did not call any place in Milton.
Did you ever communicate with anybody?
The only, yes, there was a person there, and we knew the person, and the person was a part of a group chat.
Who's that?
Her name was something, and basically she was a part of the group chat. And basically Hayden found out the school through her because she said her school. And then that was the motive for calling, because she was there. And she also
The first call or the second call?
what do you mean?
There was two Milton calls. The first one, what were you talking about? She wasn't involved in that first call.
No, she was. She was actually in the Discord call. She actually set that up. She collaborated with Hayden.
Right. So but as far as the call was concerned that time, she may have been on the Discord, in the Discord chats and all that.
No, she had her camera on showing the SWAT. Like she was in the I don't know if it was the gym or the band room. I don't know which one. But basically she had her camera on while the SWAT team was they were all sat down against lockers, I'm pretty sure. She had her camera on. She wanted it to get swatted, and I
500 students had the same thing.
yeah, I mean, I didn't do anything. I was literally just there laughing along for the ride, and it's messed up because before I was like that, or I was like that, I wouldn't care. But now I'm actually trying to do something with my life, and now this is catching up to me. Even though I had no direct involvement, was it still messed up that I knew I didn't say anything? Yes, I will admit that.
Okay, so what is it again? So back to why we led to your home.
Yeah.
How do you explain? How do you explain us having search warrant evidence, documentation evidence, recordings that calls are coming from your house from that's registered with his IP address? You can't change that.
I don't.
Even if you mask it, it originally goes back.
Saying my name, both of the phone.
Because the every time you pay a bill at your house for internet service or phone service,
Oh, internet, yeah.
Correct. You are assigned a number to the owner.
The internet, yeah, but the
Okay.
phone is for my
Wait, what was the
phone.
question again? What was you just asking? Oh, how did it
How
come
do you
back?
explain the calls coming from your phone, your house?
I can't explain it.
That's what I'm asking. Is for you to tell me how.
I guess with proxy, but I don't think he would have done that to use my IP. So I don't know. I mean, if he did use my IP, then
So I know we're talking about how he advanced to try to mask IP addresses. Okay. But again, you got to understand how that works. And when you go to the source, they still know the original, even if you've changed it. So let me draw you a picture. So here's your phone, right? And you're going to call this person, but we want to make it secret. So you use a program that masks your IP address. Okay. So if we go to this person, let's say we get records from this phone carrier because we want to see who made the call. This phone carrier is going to tell us this.
and that's gonna tell them.
And it's going to give us this IP address that you've changed, that this person changed this to.
Yeah.
So what we do with law enforcement is you go back to this person.
Yeah.
Who changed it. So they say, this person changed it. This is where the change occurred.
Yeah.
So we can always, even if you think you mask it, we can always go back.
Yeah, I think most people don't realize that about VPNs. Yeah, they're great. Oh, we'll protect your identity. No one will know where you're at until the feds come knocking. It's like, here you go. There it is right there. Leave us alone. We ain't got nothing to do with that.
To where it was originated from.
Yeah.
Okay. But during the Milton instance, that wasn't the case. You hadn't gotten to the point where masking IPs was a thing at that point yet. Because during this time, this was direct information. Directly from TextNow, Verizon, all the phone, AT&T, everyone every phone carrier that had any involvement, including towers, to make sure everything came back your address.
Yeah.
So we know that calls were made from this address. We're not saying you're not the only person. We got calls from him too. But there were calls from your phone.
I didn't use the phone. I didn't use the phone to call. I didn't have to use anything to call.
There were records indicating the IP address came back to you.
Right, that's what we're saying.
So it's not technically a
So-
phone, it's the internet connection. So
Yeah.
someone was on the computer.
Number one.
Right, so that's what I'm saying. So you can there are apps that can change your voices, change your names, change IP address, and all that stuff.
Or the
Give you a celebrity IP address that's somehow known, and all of a sudden,
Yeah.
Miley Cyrus is sending you, messages from her house. That's somebody smarter than us came up with an idea, but that all it does is mask one point. But they have to report it.
I don't know. Like,
And the reason why we get this information, why it's so easy for us, is due to terrorism.
Yeah.
The United States government signed a House bill that said they have no choice but to report to us.
Yeah.
Okay. So they have to tell us. They have to. So even though this person usually thinks, well, I did this, so I'm in the clear. Yeah, you're in the clear from this person, but not from the government.
Yeah.
Because we know better. We have to move forward too. Okay.
So wait,
You did calls, not necessarily just to Milton High School. There were other calls in the area, other calls that you had involvement in, other calls where you used the voice changing app. And this was all verified through social media sites that record everything you do on your computer. Every time you push a button on your computer, it is logged. Every keystroke is logged. Every activity you do on a computer is logged.
I'm telling you.
So you had more involvement.
I had involvement with doing prank calls.
Okay, so tell me about the prank calls. Your idea of a prank call might be different than mine.
Okay. The prank calls, look, I did not do. Look, I'm gonna tell you this. I did not do any in Milton. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. If it's coming back to me, then either you're feeding me false information or you're getting fed false information, because I did not do anything. You keep saying that you're not the only person, right? Like, you keep roping me in. I'm trying to get separated from this group that you're putting me in, and you keep roping me back in with, we know you're not the only person. I was not even involved in the swattings.
There's several phone numbers. What I was saying, like
Yes.
every IP address is a phone number associated. There are several.
I
Is what I'm
understand.
trying to explain. Is all I'm saying. You're not the only number, but your number comes.
Do you have an email?
An email address? Yeah, I don't have it down in front of me. Yes, we have associated email addresses.
Well,
And we got search warrants for,
could you
for those as
show me?
well.
Could you show me the email addresses? Or like not the email addresses?
I don't have them in front of me. I have all that stuff in front of me because I'm not from.
Yeah.
So much data that's on its own separate drive.
Okay.
And
I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
So you mentioned that you didn't use your phone. What did you use?
I didn't use anything.
So you made calls. What would you use to make calls?
Text them.
Through what?
My computer.
Okay, so really
I
you
would
said
stick to Canada. I would call Vancouver and Toronto 7-Elevens because like I noticed a lot of Indians work there, so it's easy. Like there's a language barrier. So basically, we know whenever we call 7-Eleven over in Vancouver and Toronto, they most likely do what we tell them to. If we sound like a professional person, like saying, "Hey, this is John from 7-Eleven corporate," stuff like that. But that was like a long time ago. I haven't done that anymore.
and I want you to realize that when the detective here was speaking to you,
Yeah.
you said you weren't using your phone. You weren't using computers. You weren't.
No,
Obviously, you were. No, you did.
No, I didn't say that.
I was listening very.
No,
carefully.
I said I did not. I said I did
But
not do any calls in Milton.
we have obviously we have the computers and stuff like that.
Yeah, you can look
We're
through
gonna
my
send those off and they're gonna be forensically down.
You can go ahead and do that because I want. But the video that you're talking about, is it a video of like a small like edit of like Happy Valentine's Day, Milton? Like what type of video is it?
Well, that one came through like you're talking about just the little hodgepodge video that was put together just piece by piece and some news articles is like a funny share.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it.
So you can see in the end, that the person that's talking is Hayden. That was included in the video. In the end, the voice wasn't changed at all. If you look at the end of the video, you can hear him say, "Oh, you just got swatted. This was fake, and this was a prank call, and you just got swatted." And then it starts going on about a bunch of racist shit. But yeah, you can see in the end of the video that can back me up that I was not the one calling. I mean, but obviously all the other times, but I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, I know
I'm telling
that's
you.
one incident.
Yeah.
That's so I've said over and over again. That's one incident. Okay, that was the one that was kind of just the start of things.
Mhm.
Okay, what I'm saying is there were calls later on. There were more calls that were made after this incident.
I wouldn't know anything.
There was
I
other calls to the school that were made.
I was only there for the call where he said he was gonna like bring pressure cooker bombs or something, or like AR walking around campus or some stuff. And then
What do you mean you were there?
like I was watching, like he was doing it in front.
So you were part of a chat.
Yeah, like a group chat, and Hannah was also there. Like she was feeding him information, saying like, they're in, we're hiding in the band room right now,
I remember her username.
and he's bugging.
Okay.
But yeah, that's I don't know what to tell you. I mean, like we could keep going in circles about like the phone and the IP thing, but I'm telling you, I do not know. You can look through my computer. Through the email associated with it. You can check the history if I've done the calls, and I don't know what to tell you.
Well, okay. Well, let's switch directions. So, what do you know that Hayden's been called?
Oh my God, so much to count. Mostly petty stuff like the 7-Eleven stuff. Milton, swatting people's houses, messing with some kid from Canada. Oh, that's the kid you were talking about, Lucas Bodor. Yep, Lucas Bodor. Yeah, he's been terrorizing him for a bit now. I am friends with Lucas Bodor now. Basically, we used to just like bully him, like ordering food to his house and stuff like that, like Cindy's Palace. I'm sure he's told you, or like when we talked to his told you. But basically, yeah, it was just like bullying back then. This is like years ago, and basically, Hayden took it a step further. If I can remember, some of the things he did was like call the fire department to his house, the police to his house. I'm pretty sure he called like a suicide hotline saying he was going to kill himself, and like it was, he gave like the address. I'm pretty sure 250 Kitchener Street. And yeah, I have not talked to Lucas in a bit, but we're cool now. If you were to ask him, like I have him on this way. If you were to ask him, we're now cool. I told him like I'm aware that Hayden's still been ordering food to his house like then and again, but he's kind of gotten paranoid because one of the emails he was using, there was basically like an email basically saying that like they need access to his account. There was basically like some warrant coming out of like something basically requesting access. So he got paranoid and just stopped doing prank calls in total. But now he's like started doing it again.
When's the last time you when's the last time you knew that he'd be? When's the last one that you know he incident he called? You know he called.
Probably the past 8 months. I don't know. Like I've not like I said, I've not been in any calls with him and he's done it recently.
What are places he's talked about?
Milton, the houses, maybe some schools, some random schools. I won't give it to him though. I think that's all right. But yeah, I'm like you'd have to see like the members of call himself on text sound because like I get all of them. He does a lot. He did it like even back then when I used to be in a call with him all the time. He did it. He would still do a lot by himself. Like because the different time zones. Whenever I'd be sleeping, he'd be awake while you're doing calls. But the only major ones I've witnessed are Milton and maybe some house calls. Those are the only ones I've major witnessed.
So.
Oh, by the way, he's using a proxy because text now had a change where he can't call from Australia anymore. So now he's basically forced to use like a proxy saying he's in America. That's why he's also not been doing as much prank calls anymore. And I told him.
Again, like I think it's how we kind of know how that works.
Yeah.
Because again, that stuff is not difficult to use. I can download that on my iPhone and an app.
Yeah.
12 seconds and then change the phone number. Each address and like we call it stuff on from an app.
Yeah.
The point is, that's really more of like in your mind. We think that works, but the truth is it doesn't.
Yeah. That's why.
So a lot of the information is not just information that I've gotten. FBI is also been involved because there were some places, especially when we started talking about being outside of the United States, talking about Australia, Australian government.
Yeah.
This has been going on for a while.
Okay.
Or this investigation is.
You can ask Chase. You can ask Lucas. I did not do any of it. Nothing. You can ask them. You can ask them yourselves. I'm sure whenever they spoke to Chase, he told you the same thing. Hayden, we are not roped in with Hayden. Hayden does his own things. He's like, like whites. He's like an actual just like white supremacist. He hates black people, stuff like that. Like, I used to be memeing with him or trolling, saying like, oh, I hate black people too, all this racist stuff. And, sometimes I still troll like that. But the thing is, like, I have black friends in real life and like, he does not want to be near black people in general. He does not want to be near black people in general. He cannot be friends with a black person. He like despises black people. I just did it as, I feel like he's been taking it serious this entire time while I've been just like watching back and like, viewing it as a troll. But I do not do that anymore because like I said, I've been trying to turn my life around. I've been going to school. I've stopped with that. I've literally just been playing my game, been trying to like, go to school again. And now this is like coming back to bite me, like, even though I didn't even do anything.
I know, but you contradict yourself a lot because you've said multiple times, I don't do that anymore. I don't do that anymore.
Yeah, I don't
do it anymore. Okay, I want you to, besides the whole 7-Eleven thing, anybody, give me something. And the reason why, and let me explain to you why it's important is to be honest about certain things. If you want us to believe anything you say, you have to give us information that we know to be a true statement from you. Okay? The more truth you give us, the more credible you are.
What you're basically telling me is to like lie. Because okay,
I'm not telling you to lie.
Look at it from my perspective. Me okay, I know you believe that I did it, right? Me knowing I didn't do it.
I believe with evidence telling
Yeah.
me.
Okay. But
That's what I have to go on.
How do
That's
you-
what I get to report to the judge. That's what led to your warrant.
Yeah.
For your house. That's evidence that anybody can look at.
I mean, but the
and
thing
say this is where this comes from.
Even Chase had a warrant. Even Chase had a warrant, and he wasn't a part of it at all. So all this warrant stuff, at this point, you're just trying to like find out information because Chase got a warrant. Lucas probably got a warrant to be questioned or like to be brought in, electronic seized, all that. And I'm getting the same thing, but I'm telling you the same as Chase, the same as probably Lucas tells you. I did not do anything. I did not do anything. I did not do any of the Milton calls. I did not do any of the Milton calls. I didn't do no SWAT calls at all. To my knowledge, I have never done no SWAT calls. I have not done anything in Milton at all. I have been sticking strictly to 7-Eleven's, convenience stores, petty stuff. I do not do the swatting things. I've told Hayden many times I do not want to get caught doing that. I do not want to be involved in that. I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to do any of that. And now I'm sitting here. I don't know what to tell you other than I didn't. Like, we can keep going in circles about like you have this and you have that, but genuinely, I don't even believe that. I don't believe it because I did not do it. So either you're getting fed false information or proxies have been used, or genuinely like you're just trying to get like a confession out of me because I'm telling you I did not do it. And I'm not trying to say you are.
I'm not here. I'm not here for that. I'm here for the confession.
Yeah, I'm not trying to say you are. I'm just saying,
because the truth is, in our world,
yeah,
the best thing for us is provable lies, not a confession. If we sit if we're investigating a murderer,
yeah,
and a murderer is giving us a story that we know to be false,
yeah,
that's better evidence for us than most anything else.
Yeah, I mean,
else, okay, so
yeah, I'm aware.
I'm trying to give you the opportunity to put yourself in the best spot.
I'm telling, like, I can't, I'm not going to change my story.
So you can question the evidence and you can question that and everything, but understand, Text now has no reason to lie to us. Discord has no reason to lie to us.
I'm aware of that.
Verizon has no business.
Verizon has no reason. We just give them dates, times, and information, and they give us the information.
I'm aware of that.
And that's what led to, again, the one for your house, the one for your arrest. That's what led to that.
I don't want to, I'm not going to change my story. You told me to tell the truth. That's what I am going to do. I'm going to tell the truth. Even if the truth is not believable for you, I'm going to say the truth and I'm going to stick by it. If it's a provable lie to you, then it's a provable lie.
No, I understand. I understand. I think you're doing what a lot of people do. You want to minimize your involvement because it kind of puts you in a better light.
I mean, I guess I was technically, yeah, I guess I was involved in it back then in the sense of being there and, like laughing about it and like, maybe I told him to say some shit. I can't even remember because it was a year ago and I don't do that anymore. But like, I'm telling you, like, I don't involve myself with that anymore. You can check, like you say you have logs from Text Now. You can check Text Now. I've barely even put calls since then. The only calls I've done are maybe like restaurants and like 7-Elevens, with not even within like probably the start of this year, probably like last year. Like the start of this year, like one of my New Year's resolutions was to like actually like get a job and actually start going to school again. I was gonna get the papers from my school to get a job and stuff like that.
Well, that's a start, I guess. You might want to add to that New Year's resolution list, not calling women dogs and, going on the record talking about your racist views and stuff like that. That you might want to add that stuff to the list, sir.
This is like so random to me because I'm woken up in the middle of the night, 5 a.m. with cops knocking on my door. Like, yes, I am trying to minimize my involvement, but I'm not trying to lie here. I'm trying to tell you that my involvement was minimal. My involvement is not as big as Hayden. Not Bubba, what's his name? Chase had no involvement. Chase had absolutely no involvement. He wasn't even the cause for it. He had no involvement. I'm trying to tell you that I had minimal involvement. I was involved, but minimally, in the sense of I was there to watch. Maybe I might have told him to say some stuff. I can't remember. I don't have.
Okay, so that's great. That's a great start because you're in a great position right now to gain a little sympathy from the state of Florida, essentially. Okay, because this is all going to be in the hands of the state attorney's office, so it's going to have prosecutors and the state attorneys.
Am I going to have to stay in here
to decide what's going on? Okay, so this is your opportunity to say, yes, this is what I did. I shouldn't have done this. I feel bad about whatever. Like that's what we need.
Okay, I'll tell you.
That's what we need.
I'll tell you. I'm not trying to win sympathy because like I've like the proof is that I'm not trying to win sympathies because I'm not just stopping now. You know, I'm not just saying, oh, I want to stop now to gain sympathy. I've stopped this for a year now. I've stopped being in the same call as him, watching him do these big swattings from a year ago. I've already been trying to improve. I sincerely apologize that I was there and I didn't say anything. And I literally just let him do that and didn't say anything about it. I apologize.
Let's stay on that good track right now. Okay. So with the Milton High School thing,
yes,
okay, you were involved. You were laughing, whatever.
Yeah.
You really admit that's what was going on during that incident.
I was just watching.
Dig deep and think about what kind of things you maybe suggested in that call.
I think the only things I was trying to suggest are like racist stuff, like calling them but all that pressure cooker stuff.
Calling them
what?
The hard on. Yeah. Because that was like the extreme troll back then. So I was just suggesting call them the hard R. And I actually, the end of the call when he started saying this was a prank call and you guys are a bunch of like, stuff like that, I suggested him to say that. I was like, yo, reveal it. Call him call him the hard R, stuff like that. So I basically, like I said, I was there for the trolling aspect of it. I wasn't there for the actual, I didn't want to scare people. I was just there to watch him troll. That's it. And maybe even Hannah could tell you, if you've talked to Hannah already, that I did not personally do the call. And it's backed by the recording. And she was there for the. If anything, I'm not trying to throw anyone under the bus, but if I'm comparing here, Hannah had more involvement than me. She said the school. She was there to record it. She was the one that wanted it. It wouldn't have happened if she didn't say the school didn't want it.
Why did she want it?
I couldn't tell you. I literally couldn't tell you. There was no reason. I think maybe it had something to do with her not wanting to go to school today or something.
Was there a group that y'all were in?
Chat?
I shouldn't say a group or chat y'all were.
Yeah.
Why would it be a consistent thing that we've gotten several people to state that you in video chats or you in conversations would brag about using voice change apps? You would brag about making, gaining information anywhere you want it. That you would brag about you specifically. Okay, people are pointing at you. Okay, I wanted to be clear about that. That you use this, or you've bragged in chat rooms and Discord chats about your involvement and about that you what you do and that you do this all the time.
Okay. So about the bragging, I will admit I did brag back then, and back then it was a big deal to me. I was like, oh shit.
And you say back then it was like around the same time Milton.
Yeah, Milton. But Milton was like a big deal. Like I watched that. And I might have told people that I was like, oh yeah, I'm the one that did it. Because it was for like in the group we're in, that earns bragging rights. That type of the field that we were in and stuff, like prank callings and they did swattings and stuff. That was like earning bragging rights. So I would brag a lot that I did it, and that would always lead to arguments with Hayden because he would be like, no, Kant, I'm the one that fucking did it, Kant. And then I'd just be like pissing him off and stuff because it's funny. But I don't know about the bragging about using the voice changers. I've never bragged about.
Well, not a brag, but that's been talked about.
No, yeah.
That only thing you've explained it to other people in chats and conversations and recorded chats or whatever that this is what you've done.
Yeah.
You've shown people your screen of what you use to do this stuff.
Oh, I never showed my screen of stuff I use because I don't have any proxies. I don't have any of that. Hayden has like a lot of resources, a lot of proxies like VPN, a virtual machine. He has all this. I literally have nothing. I maybe have like a VPN off of Microsoft Store. That's just whenever I want to like watch Netflix from another country or something. I literally use the VPN for that only. Or like whenever like my IP gets banned from like a website or my IP gets banned from like a game, I can turn on VPN and hop back into the game, hop back into the website.
Why would you get banned from certain games?
Because I'm on patrol. Yeah. I'd be typing a lot of shit talking and stuff.
Racial slurs.
Yeah. I've been trying to get better.
I get it. Okay, it's uncomfortable to talk about. You don't want to talk about using racial slurs.
Yeah, especially besides.
But like I said, talk about the data we have. We've seen it all. And, you know, I mean, it's. I'm sure I haven't. I promise you, I haven't seen all of it because again, there's 10,000 pages.
Yeah.
You know, at minimum. So
yeah,
when you get downloads, we have to multiple. They have to send us multiple download files. It's just too big.
Yeah, I understand.
So, but you've seen them all.
Yeah.
Talk about like the things that you know that we know are true that you can fess up to essentially makes you more credible. And that's the goal.
I'm being as truthful as I possibly can. I'm being as truthful as I possibly can. I'm not changing my story to gain sympathy here. I've already told you I admit to my involvement in the sense that I was there to watch, might have recommended some stuff. I did not recommend him to even call this school. I'd say it'd be funny. I didn't say, hey, you should do it. I didn't say do it. I said it'd be funny. And he did it, and I was there to watch. I guess yes, I did have involvement. Not in the way you think.
Did you? Okay, so let's get past enough. Let's talk about nothing other incidents that you may be involved in. Okay. This is. I'm not the only person who looked into this investigation. Because it does span such a huge area.
Yeah.
So yeah, when we start doing this stuff with IPs and things, it obviously opens up a lot of doors and we create a lot of bridges for other agencies.
Yeah.
Specifically, there was a conversation that we were talking about a date, and you talked about you were gonna SWAT some location. Whether or not you did or not,
What location?
I don't think I recall off the top of my head. There was another location that Hayden was talking about that we were going to SWAT another location.
I don't recall anything about him telling me to SWAT. He's asked me multiple times, like, join him in like swatting something or maybe like doing the initial call, but I've always denied. I've always said no.
Can you think of anywhere he suggested? Or anyone he wanted?
I mean, pretty much like most of the places I witnessed him SWAT, he'd be like, hey, you should join, or you should do a call, like go on the voice changer and call, and I'd be like, no, I'm not doing that. Like I'll just watch you.
Did you ever tell him you would do a location, not do it, just to appease him?
No, I don't think I mean, to my knowledge. I'd have to probably go back. Yeah, I'd probably have to see if I'd ever did that. I don't think I have. I'm a very like up and straightforward guy with him. Like I don't beat around the bush with him. Like if I'm not gonna do something, I'd be like, no, fuck you. Like you do it. But yeah.
So I guess I'm just trying to think. You trying to pick your brain a little bit. No, you have not really said any specific location.
Yeah.
I would really like for you to try to think of something. Really like for you, even if you're not 100% positive that that's what you're thinking, I'd like for you to.
So
because again, that's
Hannah's
information
house.
that can help you.
Hannah's house, I'm pretty sure. Lucas's house, Bubba's house,
How did
Chase's house.
people get Hannah's house address?
She actually said it in front of everyone, and he made a GIF. There was like a GIF. She put on like blackface. She put on blackface, and there was a GIF of her like dancing with like her address above her thing that was made by Hayden. I do not know what's up with people. I mean, even I did it. That's why I got swatted. I guess I just trusted him enough. But basically, yeah, it's just people telling themselves like we don't like Hayden to everyone
So
on the
you're
outside.
saying Hayden got hand attacked?
Yes, to everyone on the outside, Hayden could seem like some expert hacker man. Really, back then, especially, he did not know what the fuck he was doing. He just slapped on VPN voice changer, boom. Like he didn't use proxies, whatever. And yeah, he was definitely not advanced enough to find people's addresses. People just either have to say it or look through white pages. Maybe with like a phone number, full name, parents' full name, stuff like that. So basically everyone's address that he had was given by the person themselves. For Lucas's point of view, he accidentally leaked a screenshot of basically made like a purchase, and he accidentally sent a screenshot into the group chat of the purchase, like showing the last 4 digits of his card, his phone number, and his address. And Hayden copied that quickly before he could delete it, and then reposted it in chat. And we were all like laughing, like, "Oh my god, you fucking idiot! You just leaked your address." And I guess that's where like the bullying started.
When you say bullying, what do you mean by that?
I mean,
Who would get bullied?
Lucas. He would get pizza ordered to his house. At first, it was just pizza, and I think I might have participated in like doing the pizza, like Sin's Palace or whatever, calling like pizza to his house, and basically, it just led to like fire department, not done by me, police department, not done by me, suicide hotline call, not done by me. The only reason I know about all these is because this was back then the period where I was there for most of Hayden's calls, so I witnessed him do all these calls and stuff like that, and I was conscious of another bully at that point. Well,
Kind of suicidal hotlines.
I think like
You mentioned that a few times. Spot.
yeah.
Who
So
would you call? Who would you tried to call on?
I haven't called them suicide hotline. I'm talking
What
about
were you a part of, I guess?
yeah. What was I like viewing? I'm pretty sure that back then Hayden didn't know about 311, and I'm pretty sure he searched up. I'm trying to remember. I think he searched up Vancouver suicide hotlines or whatever, and he clicked on one of the first numbers he saw for one of the suicide hotlines, and he started saying like he was going to kill himself. That's what he actually did for Bubba. I wasn't there for when he swatted Bubba because if I was there, I would have told his ass no, because I view Chase as, and by when I say Bubba, I mean Chase because that's his nickname. I view Chase as more of a friend than Hayden ever was, and like I will defend him. If I was there to see him do that fucking like SWAT call, I would have told him. Like I have information on him as well. Like in my files, I literally have a whole folder on him. I have enough shit to get him like sent away for like years. So like, you know, that one time he swatted.
Full run the computer.
Yeah, that one time he swatted me.
You have a title on me.
Yeah, Hayden, full name. That one time he swatted me.
That was written in the computer.
Hayden Alberetti. His full name.
No, it is his whole name.
Yeah. So basically, I have a whole file containing a bunch of like I don't know. I never had recordings of swattings because I was like back then, and since then, you know, I've obviously had to delete stuff in order to have space on my computer. But basically, back then, he would do numerous amount of SWAT calls and stuff like that. But basically, in the folder, it's like embarrassing screenshots of him. I'm pretty sure I had a video in there of when he was drunk. He turned on his camera. His dad actually lets him smoke weed and stuff, and his dad gives him like cocaine. Like I'm being serious.
Chase.
No, not Chase, but Hayden.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hayden's dad gives him a bunch of cocaine and stuff like that. Lets him do he's been doing one recently. I forgot what the name was. But basically like, you know, hard drugs, basically speed, stuff like that. Alcohol. I have a video of his dad basically explaining how he lets him drink alcohol and stuff like that. And this was around the time when we were very like passive aggressive with each other, because we like he started in the group chat. He would basically collect stuff on people, right?
Where
Like-
did this group chat start? Where did you all meet? Where did you all?
I met him in a game like 2 years ago, and I met Bubba like a couple weeks actually after I met Hayden. I met Chase on Omegle, and I guess that was the group then. And then the rest of the people just started slowly coming on from like other like, you know, we never actually like knew it slowly built up. Like we would slowly add people, and then it became like a group.
You guys have a group name, some joke, and all you guys are having a group name for you.
No,
That you call
no,
anything that is.
no. We would just like name the group chat like dumb names like KKK or whatever, and like Hitler and like stuff like that. We wouldn't.
Okay, so you're actually which is like white supremacy.
Yeah. Yeah. But back to what I was saying about the folder. Yeah, all you're gonna see there is really like incriminating stuff on him for like drug related things and like embarrassing photos of him and stuff like that. That's pretty much it.
I appreciate a lot of things you're saying, and I do believe that you're trying to be upfront. I do believe that you're trying to change.
Yeah, because if I was an accomplice with him, first of all, I wouldn't even trust to be an accomplice with him because, like I said, he keeps files on everyone in the group chat, so he could fuck someone over. Like even back then, I was stupid, but I was not dumb enough to do stuff with him and basically, have him record and then I'll fuck in the future, right? I already knew that, even if I did want to do calls with him, but basically, he just keeps files on people. I started, recording incriminating stuff of him, and we had this like passive aggressive friendship where it's kind of like two countries that have nukes, and like they're allies, but if they have to use it against each other, they will, or they're like, cool with each other, I guess. I guess it kind of has like Russia and Ukraine before the war, but basically, yeah, I just would collect stuff on him. I definitely
information on anybody else.
No, just pretty much on him. I mean, back then I used to like keep embarrassing photos of everyone in the group chat because I was kind of just like the trend, like screenshotting and like bullying the person. I mean, we're all friends, but basically like it would piss everyone off. It pissed me off. He used to post like embarrassing shit of me, and I'd get pissed, and I'd be like, "Stop fucking posting that," and I kept kicking me from the group chat and stuff. And yeah, but I'm telling you,
is your computer password protected when it's powered on? What's the password to get into it?
100%.
Okay.
I mean, if it's
hold on, I want you to understand. Okay, this all goes on credibility. You want us to believe your story? We're going to get into it anyway, but you giving us your password is a good faith way for you to show.
Because the thing is,
I'm trying to cooperate. I use
that same password for like multiple other stuff. So
we're not going to share it out there. But
no, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying like I prefer that you guys just, you don't really need the address. You unplug the hard drive, plug it into whatever. You have your own version of Windows. You can just like.
I know, but outside looking in, look from another point. The person who doesn't know any of us, and they look in that, and they say, "Okay, I understand what he's saying. He says he wants things. He's got a file that says this is the guy."
What are you really looking for? What are you really looking for in all that, though?
Your cooperation.
Okay.
So but it's question. If someone, if I grabbed her cell phone and said, "Hey, I think there's something illegal on your phone. What's the password against it?" And she goes, "There's nothing on my phone, but I don't want you to look."
It's just a matter of like privacy. Like you have nothing illegal on your phone, but would you like me seeing your phone? Like no, because you could have.
Well, we're gonna get into it anyway.
I mean, yeah, yeah, but like, okay, I'll tell you the directory. Okay, I'll tell you the directory.
Are you willing to give up your password for your computer or not?
No.
Okay.
I'm not. Here, write this out. I'll tell you the directory exactly where to get to the stuff of Hayden. So there's a.
Well, it doesn't work. We don't just you don't just power on your computer and work through everything. Is pulled. The whole hard drive is pulled apart, and all the drives are independently downloaded.
Yeah.
Okay. Using.
It's software. In a folder called Docs, DOX, and then there's in that folder it's Hayden Alvarez.
So several other items were taken from your house, obviously, cell phones. My understanding, I don't have a whole list of everything.
Wait, my parents' cell phones? My parents' cell phones?
No, just electronics we took from your house.
Okay.
Gaming systems. We took gaming systems. Well, that's what we're trying to make sure. I don't 100% know everything that was taken because I have left.
It was in the kitchen.
Okay. So
We'll look into it so that way.
Well, we're gonna try to figure out exactly what we're gonna take.
Why you don't give him your password from the computer?
Because it's just a matter of privacy. Like you don't want people going through your stuff.
Well,
It's
we're
not-
going through it anyway.
Okay, I mean, yeah,
You
We
know
have
they're
a
gonna
court
get
order.
in no matter what.
We have
Okay,
a court
no,
order
then-
to do it anyway.
yeah, no, just do it then. It's fine. But, I mean, what is like other than my computer and phone?
No, I think I overheard him say they took some game systems.
Oh, my PS4. Those are dusty and old. Those are like from like years, like 3 years, 4 years back then. Yeah, it was like,
Anything questionable that we're gonna find on any of your electronic devices. Nothing like questionable. I mean, anything that is gonna be illegal.
No.
Illegal images, anything that you picked up off the dark web and shared to you, and
No. I don't think so.
Like that.
I don't think so.
It's gonna be there. It's gonna be checked. It's gonna,
Yeah.
You have to check that.
Yeah.
Okay. You know that sometimes this stuff gets circled around, especially with teenagers, teenage girls, and sending images. Teenage girls send a bunch of naked
I mean,
images. of
Yeah,
people
I
that,
probably.
that qualifies, so it's better to cut it off ahead.
I don't know. I've been sent folders before, but I don't know if I have them because you're gonna see my computer's like
Set folders on
like stuff like that. But my whole
stuff like young.
no, not young. No.
And that's what I'm trying to clarify.
Oh,
Because we start digging through phone, we start digging through electronics, we find things. A
Yeah,
lot of times.
Hayden has scammed the guy for that once, and that was fucking disgusting. Like I actually blocked him for like a month. I told him that shit is fucking disgusting. But
Scam the guy for what?
CP,
Child porn.
yeah, fucking Telegram. There's something on Telegram. It's fucking weird. But
You go through it, are we going to find
No,
anything
no,
that's
no.
going to qualify as child porn?
No,
The
no.
child porn could be anything that's not an adult.
No.
And no one ever shared any nude images with you, any girls that are underage that
No.
you're going to find.
um
Again, there's context to that. That's
Yeah.
why I'm asking.
Pam? No. No.
But again, like I said, there's context to that. You're 16 years old, you're 16 or 17. If another 16 or 17-year-old girl send you images, technically it's child porn, but it's not something you're worried about. But I just want to, if that's the case, if that's the case, I'd like to let our forensic downloader person know that there may be images of juveniles, like explicit images of a juvenile.
Like I said, I wouldn't be able to tell you because my whole PC is a mess, and there's been like it's basically from like a year. So
You're saying you're pretty sure
I'm pretty sure. Like to my knowledge, I don't think it was.
there's no, like you said, CPU, there's no child.
No.
Are you the only one that uses that computer?
Yes. That's
Any other devices in the house that, like I said, they went through, I think they took 18 whole hours.
18.
Oh.
My ex.
I don't have the list. But
I don't.
we'll
The
figure out
only
what it
ones
is.
I use is my phone and my PC. All the other ones are just dusty and old, like the Xbox.
Which phone is yours?
The one with the orange case.
Orange case.
Do you know what kind of phone it is?
iPhone.
Do you know which version?
iPhone.
Password protected or face ID.
Password.
What's that?
I mean, I don't know.
Because I'm just saying, you want us to believe you and trust you. You know, these are ways that we can expedite
All right.
things. These are ways we can
All right.
save you time
All right.
to prove your story.
All right. 5705.
5704.
Yeah.
That's for your iPhone.
Give me your computer
No,
and take
no.
it to, bruh.
Dude, just let him do it, bro. I want it to be on that day.
We're going to anyway. 'Cause that's
Just do it.
That's Warren's going to cover that. When I get back to Florida, just to double check, I'm going to write sample search forms anyway, so that I'm double covered.
I understand.
So
That's fine. You can
it's going to be a direct room and touch. But again, having a password
wait. So
can expedite that process.
am I staying here until that process is done?
You're going to be expedited to Florida at some point.
I'm going to Florida.
You're going to be extradited to Florida at some point, not for the trial of drugs. You didn't commit the crime because the victim is in Florida. So it's Florida courts that have jurisdiction.
So how does that work?
So the arrest warrant came out of the state of Florida.
So how's that going to work?
So you're going to have to appear in front of a judge, in front of a judge in Florida.
But am I staying? But am I staying like locked up in here until then? Like I have school. Like I'm already failing in school. Like I need to go to school. Like I'm fine with not having my electronics, but I can't be stuck in here. Like you can take all my electronics out. You make sure I don't do anything, stuff like that.
So there's a process for everything, right? Like
Yeah.
some of the process is above us at this point. So after we're done here today, the assistant prosecutor that's assigned to the case, at least in New Jersey, I can speak for how it works in New Jersey. The assistant prosecutor will then speak to the judge, and then the judge will ultimately make the decision whether you're going to go to a juvenile detention center or we're going to go home. But that's not up to us, unfortunately. It's up to the judge. So the juvenile system, at least in New Jersey, works fairly quick compared to how the adult system works.
Today, what's going to happen?
Today, the assistant prosecutor will speak to the judge today, and the judge will then determine whether or not you're going to stay for 1 night, 2 nights, or you're going to get to go home. Like it all depends. You wouldn't stay here particularly. This is just our.
Do I get to talk to the judge or?
You will again. I don't want to speak about something I'm not completely familiar with, but you will be able. The assistant prosecutor will 100% be able to speak to the judge.
Why is this happening to me? This didn't happen to Chase. Why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me?
I know I have some questions. What is the main email address that you've been using for everything?
I don't remember what email I used for, that was a year ago. I don't remember the exact email I used for it. I have probably 8 different emails from compiled over years.
Okay, give me one of them.
JPR, I'm at gmail.com.
And what do you use that?
So it's Gmail.
Yeah, I was gonna start up a game clan. That's why there's a clan on it.
Okay.
But I was gonna start up a gaming clan, and I guess it never worked out. So
And then for the calls to the 7-Elevens, what is
I don't know. Like I said, I made the account with the number a long time ago.
Okay, what number would you use?
No. You need an email. You need to put in an email to the account in order to make an account with the number. But I haven't made any of them since last year. I think.
I know when you mentioned. What's the Discord handle that you use?
I've had different ones, but probably around that time it was Kage.
How do you spell that?
Kage. It was around that time.
What other ones have you used?
The one I'm currently using is RAK.
All right.
But you obviously say you're not in any of this type of stuff anymore, right? So
No, I'm not.
That
This is
handle's
why.
kind of. Well, no, I'm sorry. That handle's kind of at this point to the side, right? So if we're looking into things and we're like, okay, you want us to believe Brad is not part of any of this, but we need to be able to fully, let's say ID who's who and all that, although that's already been done, but we want to hear from you. What are the other handles that when the Milton stuff is going on? What handle would you use?
I think maybe Rock.
You say you just made them.
No, I didn't just make that.
Okay.
Back then, I'm pretty sure that's when I originally started the Roku thing, because I've had the Roku thing. Before then, I would go Kage, Kane, all these different ones, and then ever since then, I had Roku, and I still have Roku now. I'm pretty sure actually in the video is being shared around the school. It has my handle on it, because I'm actually the one that put together the video.
Okay.
I'm the one that put together the video and showed
the collage video.
Yeah, the collage video. Basically, Hayden would just send me news sources that covered it, and I put it into editing software, put it all together and stuff like that.
And you were the one that put Hayden's voice at the end of the video that you were talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're very familiar with it.
Yes.
When you would call 7-Eleven in Canada,
Yeah.
obviously you said that it was easy to convince them to do stuff because they could hear your voice. You sound very proper. You
Yeah.
can
Basically, not Indian. I said.
right, and you can make them believe oh, okay, this guy's serious. So you would speak very proper and all that. You didn't need to use a voice spoofing thing that you have on your.
No, back then I did, because my voice was speakier, so they wouldn't believe me. they have trouble believing me. So I put on my voice a little bit deeper and be like, "Hi, this is John calling from 7-Eleven, Fort Greene, Vancouver area."
But you said that you'd be using your voice.
Yeah, like pitch down.
Okay. So in what occurrences would you be using the voice, your voice?
Pretty much just for all the prank calls I've been. It's pretty much it. And to troll my friends, like to just very like irritate into the mic, like get close and like just like put on a voice changer and just like scream really loud.
So I definitely, from what I'm understanding and what I've been listening, I really believe a lot of what you're saying. Okay, I know you want to change, you want to do well. We were talking about this, right?
I have been changing.
And you were talking about it in the car. I believe it. No, you're trying to do better for yourself. Okay. We all do. I mean, I see your parents. I see my parents. They came to this country to do better. So I want to do better for them. And I would assume that you would too.
Yeah.
Okay. But being better is also taking accountability. I know. Listen to me. Doing better is taking accountability, as hard as it could be.
Yeah.
You're telling me you use racial slurs, things that are uncomfortable to talk about.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that you're doing that. But we've also done this job for a really long time.
Awesome.
And the detective here came from Florida to come speak to you.
Mm.
It comes to a point where this is serious.
Yeah, I'm.
Okay. We wouldn't be knocking on your house the early morning that we did if this wasn't serious.
Yeah, no, that's why I just like.
Homework was done. And I want you to understand that.
Yeah.
A lot of homework was done from several
Yeah, I mean,
agencies here. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's not just centered about one event.
Yeah.
We're giving you the chance to talk about one event because I think that's probably the easiest, I think, at the moment. But we want you to be able to, I appreciate you even telling us right now about you're the one that compiled that video. Mm-hmm. You're finally talking about a little bit more of your participation. Yeah. One that we already knew.
Yeah.
We knew that you did that.
Yeah.
But you're opening up to allow us to see, okay, you're actually giving us more information that makes us believe that you're truthful.
Yeah, and like.
Okay. But
Shows your sincerity.
Yes.
Yeah,
and we appreciate that.
About the callings, I literally did not. I swear on my life. I swear to God. Like.
So if it wasn't your callings, what else was your participation into them?
Okay.
I don't want to hear that you just watched and you laughed because we don't believe that. Okay. We know there was more to it. You gave ideas. You said, oh, maybe you should do this. Yeah. But there was more to it. And I think it's important for you to be honest with yourself, honest with us. I'm not sure if it's embarrassing, but I think it's important for you to be honest.
I am being honest. Like if you brought up if you questioned me about a certain thing, I'd be able to tell you. But genuinely, like from my understanding, like because like you said about like him Hayden asking me to do something, like I wouldn't even remember that if he didn't bring it up. But I still don't even remember it. But the fact that he brought it up,
why would you wait until the point for us to have to bring everything up, right? Like
because the thing is, I don't remember too much from it, right? I don't remember the specific details. Like if, for example, if Hayden asked me to do that, or if Hayden asked me to do this, or if he did that, like I wouldn't be able to remember that off the top of my head unless he brought it up. But I'm telling you, the major stuff that you're looking for here, like that's just small details, but the major stuff you're looking for here, like I swear to you, I did not do any of the callings.
Okay, if you did not do callings,
yeah.
What did you do? Because you're very adamant that you didn't make callings.
Yeah, because it's like yeah.
So you're adamant about
yes.
That. Okay, I get that. But then there was other things you did do. I'm not sure if I'm not even gonna go down the list because I want you to talk for yourself.
Yeah.
But you were very much a participant.
Okay. I made the video. I watched. I gave recommendations.
What kind of recommendations were you?
Like,
and I want you to be honest.
I'm being honest. Like saying the hard R. Let me think. Saying, oh yeah, I remember saying like he's gonna throw a pressure cooker bomb at like, black kids or whatever.
you gave that idea to say that?
Yeah, I gave the idea.
Okay.
It was mainly just stuff mainly like focused like it wasn't it was just a troll to me. It was like a troll to me. I didn't actually.
I understand it was a troll, but these are
Yeah.
things that were said, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. And what other things were you saying?
I
Or ideas that you were giving
that's
to say?
that's all I can remember. Like I was mainly silent for most of it. I was silent for most of it because I didn't want to keep interrupting him while he was doing this call. He's then he was told me to shut.
So is it almost safe to assume that while he was on the phone, you were simultaneously on the other line, like feeding him information? So like he was making the call, I'm going to do this, and you're still there telling, oh, say this and add this. Like you're helping him add to the phone call.
Not in the words he was saying about walking around. That was all his idea, saying he's walking around the campus with an AR.
Right. No, so I don't think I'm being clear with my question. So as he's making these phone calls, these swatting calls,
Yeah.
you're let's say, I don't want to say a conference call because you've been doing that, but you're live with him saying,
Yeah.
oh, add this to the phone call.
Yeah.
Don't forget to mention this. So you're
No, not. Don't forget to.
Okay,
mention
maybe
this.
not.
Like, I didn't give him. I wasn't telling him like information.
Right.
That was all between Hannah and him about like where she's at. She was saying it. She was like whispering into her thing like,
Okay.
"Oh, I'm in the."
But
Yeah.
again, you were part of he was the one using his words to the police and to schools or whatever the case may be. But you were live with him,
Watching.
helping and giving him information of what else to add. I mean, you just mentioned the
That's
pressure
broad,
cooker.
that's like broad though. He's like, I wasn't telling him to say like add stuff on, like saying, "Oh, I'm also gonna walk in there and like kill everyone."
Okay.
I wasn't
You
saying
were
that.
offering suggestions.
Right.
So
I was
thank you.
offering-
I think that's
Yeah, I was offering. I was
That's
offering
fine.
suggestions.
What
Mainly.
happened with that call that day? What happened? The day that call was made, basically the school, as you can imagine, went into what we would call like a lockdown.
Yeah.
When that happens, all the school functions in the entire school district of, let's say, 80,000 students in the school district or whatever, all ceases.
Yeah.
Buses don't move. All schools are locked down. A extremely large presence of law enforcement showed up to the school, like probably in the upwards of 100 police officers and state law enforcement rapidly showed up to the school. So when that happens, it's more than just an inconvenience.
Yeah, that's a big thing. Yeah, I know.
Okay. And when we talk about the response to something like that, it's not just the getting to that incident. Because this has happened in other states where, for instance, someone like a suicide call, someone calls the suicide line and says, so-and-so is suicidal, they want to kill themselves. And let's say that, the police show up at the door, they encounter a bad scenario, and they end up killing a victim, an innocent person, by accident.
Yeah.
Because they had no reason to be there. It's the same reason as, in this instance, you have 100 law enforcement officers trying to race to one location because they think that, 10,000 students are now in danger of someone who's actively engaging in a mass killing or is going to engage in a mass killing. And let's say that officer gets in a bad car accident and kills a 2-year-old in a car. These are all scenarios that have happened when these calls are made, which is why it is so serious. So that day, it creates a lot of havoc.
That's
for a lot of people.
That's something I've realized recently. Like it's just.
And again, going back to you're being very stereotypically vague. If that makes any sense to you, with people like you said,
it's fake.
You want us to give you specific information because you're fishing information, wondering what information you don't have. You're doing a lot of that. That's why you're being independently vague. So every time we give you a little bit more information, you add just a little bit more detail.
Because I don't. Because look, I've already told you like the foundation of it is.
So I said, think really hard. Think really hard. Outside of Milton, let's just talk about something. Let's give you an opportunity to prove your sincerity. Think real hard and think of specific places where other calls were made, or other calls were talked about That's what's going to show your opinion.
That-
Unless this is like a thing where it's just like you're
that hate-
throwing out hundreds of schools on a daily basis,
I mean-
or malls instance. I don't care.
That's,
Wherever it
I mean,
is.
that's what he at least did like a swatting like back then. He would do like once every day or once every 2 days, no matter what it was. If it was
Okay, so just give me some.
A random school.
Right. Give me some information.
no, yeah,
Give-
but
give
I
me
already
some
told you about. I
locations.
already told you the motive was because Hannah, right?
For Milton.
But I'm pretty sure he just did some random like schools.
Like what?
I don't know. I
Okay,
don't
so-
know.
Are there any random schools around the same time that Milton High School? Was there any other places that you called that?
that I told
You, Hayden, whoever, the group.
Hayden? No, I don't think so. At least that he didn't mention me.
I don't think so.
I don't because I can't say it as a fact because I don't. I
You think he could have called another place nearby?
He could have. Yeah, he could have called whoever. He could have called wherever. I'm not gonna say yes or no because I genuinely don't know. Because I'm not like I said, even back then I wasn't there for everything.
That's the independent that you're talking about. So we know we're talking about one instance, okay?
I
What I
apologize,
said
that's
was
big, but
that's not the only reason I'm here. I'm
Yeah.
here because that turned into this, 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 turned into this. And this is all my jurisdiction that happened.
Yeah.
All in a short time. That's why this has become what it's become.
I guarantee
This starts here. We're here where we've got information here and we understand your play. But we know there was some more that you were aware of.
I
And
was
you're not giving us that information.
I tell you, if you start naming off places in Milton other than Milton, like the actual school, I will not know what you're talking about because I don't know if he did any other calls. I do not know if he did any other calls. The only call that I'm aware of that he did in Milton was to Milton High School. I left like shortly after he did that call as well.
You aware of any other calls to Milton High School?
Any further calls other than that? No, I'm not. aware.
Anything that continued after from that incident? After that incident,
With Milton? No, I'm not aware of any of that.
any other businesses or houses in Milton?
He swatted hands. Pretty sure the call was about a dog getting shot or something. I'm pretty sure that was the call for his house. That was I already mentioned before that he did SWAT in his house.
Said something about a dog being shot.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all you remember from that, or remember some more details?
He said something along the lines of some guy shot my dog or something, and that I'm about to like shoot the guy that shot my dog, and like something about like a neighbor, like the neighbor shot my dog or whatever, and I'm about to like go to the next door and like shoot the neighbor or something.
So why did you bring that up half hour ago?
Because you were talking.
I told you, fish your brain for anything. Just talk.
I was okay.
Just tell us about it.
I'm nervous. You know, like my brain's all over the place right now because like I'm in this situation.
Well, we've opened up this box,
Yeah.
so you should be. There's
Yeah.
things in your head right now that should be going through there. Stop wondering what we already have.
No, I'm not.
Okay. He needs to use the restroom.
I don't.
So let's take a break since your dad's going to take a break as well. Do you want something to drink?
Yeah, do you want more?
So, water, juice.
I just want to go. I never wanted to be school more. I don't want to stay here.
I want to step out a little bit.
I'm not trying to fish for information. If I'm doing it unconsciously, then I apologize. But I'm not trying
That's
to fish.
fine. We'll talk about that all when your dad comes back and we all regroup. Okay? So if you want, just take a couple of minutes to just, you said your brain is all over the place. So just take a deep breath and, try to sort some stuff out. Okay? Do you need the restroom?
Sorry, we have to stop talking. I mean, it's just we have to follow rules, and it's really for your benefit.
Sure.
Hmm?
I didn't even do any of this shit, man. I'm getting roped into this shit. I really can't. I don't even want to go to Florida, man.
Just so you guys know, everything's still being audio and video recorded. So although we're not in the room, it's still running. Okay. I just wanted to let you know.
The judge was let him do it. He's like, well, but if you told him you need to, I don't know what to tell them anymore because I'm telling them I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I didn't fucking do it. I didn't do. I'm about to get fucking charged for something I didn't even do. What am I charged? So, two charges are basically it's under a fraud charge, and it's basically under a fraud charge, but it's basically like false reporting, a mass kidnapping, or
Yeah.
right, a swatting call, and basically, like I said, the disrupting of public, like the school.
What's the sentence?
But we don't get to choose that. That's far beyond us.
Well,
That's
can
the
you
judges.
at least tell me like what the average sentence is for that? If it has to be like an average sentence.
I honestly don't know. The reason I don't know is because
he tell you who did it.
I like they don't they okay. They know that he did it, but they also think that I did it too. So I don't know what to tell them because I didn't. I'm telling you everything you want to know. I'm telling you everything you want to know. I'm telling you who did it. Like if I have to sell him out so I can continue living my life normally like I was before, then I will sell him out because I did not do it. If I'm going to get charged for something he did, then I'm not allowing that to happen.
that's why we want to talk about other places.
Yeah, Santa's house, Milton, some other schools maybe, I don't know.
About outside this incident that we're about, the Milton High School, or outside of like thing, anywhere else. I don't care where it is. I don't care if it's in California. Anywhere else you can think of, any location.
Like I said, he did a lot. I wouldn't be able to tell you specifically the
I
school.
want to know about ones that you might know about.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. The ones I know about, I'm telling you.
Anything that you think you maybe come back and you associated
With me associated?
Yeah. Anything you were told.
He did the one in the house. He sent it to
Yeah, he sent it to
in my house. The guy.
Yeah, I
make
already
it-
told him.
Okay.
Ones that I was there to witness and could have been like involved with. Wow. Makes sense.
We've been focusing on Florida a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
The U.S.
I'm
The
thinking
U.S. is
about-
a very, very big.
yes, I'm thinking about
Lots of
everywhere.
states.
I'm thinking about everywhere.
Let's narrow it down.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll go very broad, and
Yeah.
then depending on what you say, then we'll start getting more specific with the information. All right.
Okay.
So if we threw out New York, is there any place that you can
Yes.
think of?
Yes.
Of a place in New York?
Yes.
Okay. What was swatted?
Yes.
What was swatted, or prank calls, or what happened in New York?
Okay. I'm pretty sure he called precincts in New York.
Okay.
He called a bunch of precincts in New York.
Were you ever a part of those?
No, I wasn't there. I wasn't there for him. But I remember he told me about like calling precincts in New York. And
What was the context of those calls?
I'm pretty sure he was trying to like Times Square, like something in Times Square. I don't know what the motive was. All I know is that he called precincts in New York, Times Square. That's all I know.
Do you know when those calls may have taken place? Like time frame? Roughly, it doesn't have to be exact.
Maybe like mid to early 2022.
All right, so that's good. So we've gotten, okay, let's move to New Jersey. Anything in New Jersey that may have been,
I mean, obviously he called my police department because I had I was swatted. I'm not sure.
any schools in New Jersey?
No,
since there was a school in Florida?
Now that I'm aware.
No?
No.
What about any churches or
Oh yeah,
houses of
he
worship?
he hates Jewish people. Synagogues.
Tell us a little bit more about that.
Synagogues. I was actually there for. Okay, now it really just seems like I'm
Okay,
fishing.
see? And
No,
this is,
no, but the thing is,
and again, you said your head is filled with a lot of information, and maybe you do need a little bit of a push.
yeah, but I just don't want to seem like I'm
this
fishing.
isn't-
I don't
this-
want to seem like I'm fishing
No,
because I'm really
no,
not.
we're not. Let us figure that out. Okay.
Yeah.
What we're trying to do is have you give us the information,
Yeah.
so we're not giving it to you.
Okay, so synagogues.
So if he doesn't like Jewish people, synagogues. Okay. Do you know where?
No. He just prank calls synagogues. I think I watched them once, but it was more of like a lighthearted prank, I think, where he called the synagogue with like EDM music in the background, saying we're having like a rave, like a rave in the synagogue or whatever, talking about like kids or whatever. But yeah, I wouldn't be able to. I don't know. Sometimes. For him, it was a lighthearted one where he called in saying like he was doing like a really
Do you know what usernames were used during that call?
the Discord usernames.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Do you know how many people were on that call?
Pretty sure it's just me, him, and someone else. I don't know the third person if it was a third person.
Was it someone who was typically on the calls with you, or fairly new
Like I
person?
said, I don't know. I remember it was me, him, and someone else.
How many times would you call synagogues?
I don't know. That's the only one that I saw. But he would talk about it often. Like every time he'd do one.
Did he ever mention any other states that he called, or
Maybe hospitals.
okay?
I think he called hospitals in Vancouver.
Any in the U.S.?
I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure he actually called one in Vancouver because he found out a way to get to 911 because you can't get to 911 in Vancouver. You can't do like 911 on text now. So he figured out a way. Basically, what he'd do is he'd call the hospital and says he needs to be transferred to like 911, and then basically he'd call the hospital and get transferred to 911. But I didn't actually see him ever do like hospital calls. He just told me about the method of how he gets to the dispatch instead of like calling the local police department. So it's more like realistic.
So we've got other precincts.
Yeah.
Other houses of worship, and now hospitals.
Yeah.
Okay. You see, things are starting to come along here.
Yes.
So what else can you think of that he's mentioned to you that you may have participated?
I didn't participate in any case. These were just he was telling me. I guess the synagogue.
Can I ask you that way? Because you said before that you didn't participate in anything else. But then you just said, probably about 2 minutes ago, that when he called the synagogue, you were part of that, along with a third person that you can't identify.
Yeah, I was a part of that in a way, like
And I
in
think,
a way that
I think
watching.
what we're probably losing here is by saying participating in a call, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're the one who placed the call.
Yeah.
You're the one making the statements to the people. It's just being on a call, like
Yeah.
being
Watch.
able to
Like,
listen and
watch.
understand like what is being said to these people.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's when we're saying participating.
Okay.
That's what we.
Okay. Yeah. So yes, I
Okay.
did.
Just so we're all clear
Yeah.
that's how.
So
we're
the synagogue
referring
one, I participated in that sense.
to. Okay. Is there any reason why he would say that you were going to swap a school in New Jersey?
Me?
Yeah.
That I was gonna do it?
Mhm.
I don't even recall that at all. I never.
No, is there any reason why he would make a comment like that? Like, my friend's going to swat a school in New Jersey. Did you ever talk about any schools with him in New Jersey?
Because
Because you said he's in Australia,
He knew the
right?
middle school I went to,
And middle school was that?
and Oakland.
Do you know if they ever received any swatting calls?
No, because I was homeschooling. I wasn't getting in person at that time.
Do you remember ever seeing any conversations about a school being swatted in New Jersey?
No. No. He may have swatted a school in New Jersey, maybe like a random school or something like that, but
Okay.
I don't.
Okay. What would make you say that?
I mean, because if you're asking the question, that honestly means that he probably
No, don't. I'm asking you a question.
Yeah, and I'm answering.
If you're aware of it, it doesn't.
I'm not aware of it.
It could have happened. It couldn't have happened.
Yeah,
that's
I'm not.
that's the point of
I'm
this
not.
interaction.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not aware of it, but I am not doubting that he could have. Like, if you ask me any place, like, oh, could he have done a swatting? Did he do a swatting in Alaska? I'd be like, I'd tell you the same thing. I don't know, but he could have. He most likely could have. He just did swattings everywhere, so I wouldn't be able to tell you unless I was, he told me about it, or unless I was, in the call when he did it. So that's what I'm saying.
So when you would have these conversations with Ethan, what was the nature? Would you just jump on calls and start swatting or pranking people, or would you have like some sort?
I don't know. We'd be playing, talking, and we'd just like maybe get bored or whatever. And then he'd be like, "Oh, my phone." He would swallow the subject or something. Like he'd hop on with you and spin or something and say like, "Bored as fuck." Unless it was like pre-planned. Like the Milton one was like pre-planned. Well, he already had that planned out. But like it would be kind of just like on the fly. He wouldn't really have a plan. He just like doing it.
And how would he pick the locations that he was going to swat or prank?
Completely random. Unless it was like directly affiliated with someone in the group chat. Like for example, like Chase, his house was swatted because it's Chase. I was swatted because it's me. Hannah school was swatted because it's Hannah. But
Aside from that, that are on the call,
he would just randomly pick it.
Okay, do you know how he would pick them?
Google Maps. Go on
search?
Google. No, like you go on Google Maps, scroll into like a state, and then just type in the top left, like whatever he's looking for, like high school, hospital, whatever. And then he'd be like looking in the area of it, just picking random school.
Any colleges or universities that you're aware of that he may
City.
swat?
Colleges.
I mean, just look at their hospitals or any hospitals or whatever. Was there any other, like, anything more specific? Like, to anything more specific as to, like, in the search bar, would you just be looking for just high schools, or was there anything specific that you could have been looking for?
It was just random. It was
in that high school.
It was just random, to be honest. He would do just different places. He said school in either type high school, hospital, or 7-Eleven. Just type it in there. I don't doubt he's, maybe done calls in Alabama, New Jersey, because he tended to do that a lot. With like, because we live there, I don't know why, but he would just scroll in and just like call in that area for no reason at all. But I wouldn't be able to tell you what calls he's done there.
As far as where you're from, what information did you provide?
This was like the first 8 months. So like I was just showing you my area and stuff like that.
So what information did you give him?
Just like my area.
So
but
you live in New Jersey?
no. Like Google Maps, I'd go around and be like, oh yeah, this is like my area, and I would like tell them saying, oh, I live around here, and then he ended up finding it. He is like when it was snowing outside, Like, I showed him out my window, and he went on Google Maps, and it was able to find the exact location off Hayden Road.
So you never provided
No,
him with your
my actual
complete address.
I thought earlier you had mentioned that a friend in Florida he created a meme with her or GIF with her address on top.
Huh?
You had mentioned earlier that your friends,
Oh, yeah.
you guys would do
Hayden?
that
Hayden.
with Hayden.
Yeah, Hayden.
Hayden would do that, and that you guys would do that. It was kind of like this joke because you had mentioned you even did that yourself, and you
I
put
didn't-
your address.
No, I didn't do gifts first. That was just Hayden. Maybe Chase participated. It would just be like the group chat really making gifts. Like I just wake up one random day and see the gifts being posted.
But you had previously mentioned that you made those. You made
No,
one
I
of
made
yourself.
no. I made
So-
the Milton the video. I didn't make the GIF.
That's what you said.
Did you ever do any gifts of yourself and send them?
Yeah, I know the ones you're talking about. No, that was not me. That was them. They did that.
What was Hayden's handle on this?
Back then.
Sure.
Question mark maybe. It was either a blank name or question mark.
Who else was in
Like
this?
not like a question mark, like the actual spelling of question mark.
Okay. Who else was in this in the Discord chat? I know you mentioned yourself.
For Milton,
Sure, we can
Uh,
go with that.
Hannah, me, and Hayden.
Who else?
I think just you, Hannah, Hayden.
Um,
It was in the group chat though, but it was in the call. Nobody else was in the call at the time.
in regards to other events, but by sound of everything, there were multiple people. There was multiple calls with multiple people in this Discord chat that you were part of. Okay.
Mhm.
There's no question to ask about that. Who typically would be, besides the one that you've already mentioned, in the Discord chats? Who else is part of this group? Or what's
Back
part
then,
of
around
this
that time, Chase, Lucas, maybe some guy named Leon.
Neon handle or it's his name?
That's a.
You?
Yeah. It was like 10 people. And most of those people I talked to.
Who's Neon?
Neon was a mutual friend of Gabe's. I never got. He's gone. Like, I haven't heard from him like forever.
And what about Alien? Who's Alien?
Alien is also another mutual friend of Hayden's. They used to like work together. I don't know. They used to do like some sketchy shit. Like he wouldn't tell me how they were making money, but he wouldn't tell me how. He would be like, "Oh, Alien's gonna get pissed at me if I tell you." So it's probably some really good shit that they're doing. It's been funny.
So it seems like you specifically have been connected to other events, right? When besides just Milton, in other states, mass events, okay, just like Milton. These aren't events that you would just forget about. It's not a 7-Eleven call. It's not like silly. Hold on, let me get through what I'm trying to say. It's not like 7-Eleven. It's not the silly. Hey, this is corporate calling. These are serious events,
Yeah.
right? I think you could attest that.
Yeah,
These are
yeah.
pretty serious. So it's really, these events are kind of hard to forget.
Yeah.
If Hayden does them on a daily basis, from what you're saying, I get that it will be hard for him to remember. But you seem like you're someone that comes from a good family, that means well. So these events would be memorable for you because these, although they were frequent, you didn't actually mean harm.
I guarantee if
So-
you mention any other event other than like Milton or like the major events I've talked about, I will not like either remember or it's not a part of it.
But
Or
the
probably
things show that you were. So I'm not making a statement.
Well,
None of us are really.
Well, can you tell me like what I'm a part of though? Like what other than Milton? Because I guarantee you I was not a part of it. Like I wasn't, and by a part of it I mean like I wasn't even in the call because I would have remembered it. I would have remembered that I was a part of it. I remember Milton because it was a big thing, but anything else was also was a big thing. I'm not even saying I will remember because I would remember. I'm just telling you, I definitely was not part of it then.
All right, I'll give you one.
Yeah.
Northeastern University.
I don't even know what that is.
You don't know what that is.
No, I don't know where it is.
You don't know. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Northeastern, you don't recall
No, I do
even
not.
talking
No, I
about
do
that
not.
one?
I do not know what a Northeast University is. Where is that?
Boston.
I've never even seen him do a call to Boston.
When you guys would, because I'm trying to picture in my head kind of what's going on, and the way you're making it sound is like if all of us here in a group are in this chat group and we're all into swatting or making prank calls, we're all sitting around talking on video chats and we're just talking about places that we could do to best people. Okay, that's kind of in my head what's going on. When locations would be chosen, help me understand. If you were choosing another location, what would draw you to the location, or what information would you look for to make it more credible?
That's asking. I don't know what a stop process is for choosing locations. It just does it.
Did you play a part in finding out any information about any of these locations?
Which locations?
Any one that you've thought about or been a part of?
Other stating like Milton, I was just stating because it wasn't even me giving him the information. It was just kind of me.
So outside of that,
Yeah.
anything that any other ones you've been a part of, like what kind of information would you seek to make that?
Not so much. No.
And this could be, and I go, this could be real simple. Like for instance, if I called a mall, you know, and I don't live in that state and I don't live in that country or whatever, and I said I'm at the Foot Locker, and there's not a Foot Locker at that mall, you'd have to know that. So you'd have to research something to know that something's there. Did you play a part, or have you ever?
Did I help with research?
Anything like that about any? Or when you guys were sitting around having these conversations, talking about places?
To my knowledge, no. He did his own research.
What was all talked about?
To my knowledge, no. He did his own research, and yeah, he never really asked me for help with researching.
Do you know what kind of research you would do?
I guess just basic stuff like if he had like a source that I can ask for questions, stuff like that. If it's like a mall, for example, if he would do a mall, what he would do is probably research, look on Google Maps, and you can usually see the stores within the mall if you look at.
Right, so I just use that as an example.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like he would do that himself.
But it seems like these conversations was like you have enough like information that you're able to share details.
Yeah.
About ideas about things that could have happened, and so it's clear that like it was more than a conversation. It was more than just a simple text message.
No, it wasn't a text message. It was
you know what I'm saying? But it was more than that. It was more than just like the random conversation. It's like these were in-depth conversations with a lot of people talking about doing these things, and that's why we're talking. That's why we're trying to get out of you a little bit.
I don't know. I don't know. Thousands, like tens of thousands, like you said, like tens of thousands of stuff has been written in the group chat. I will not be able to remember a specific instance where they talked about a specific swatting.
Okay. In regards to, there was like he hated Jewish people and you mentioned the synagogues.
Yeah.
Was there any other places that were religious based that you remember talking about? Anything in regard to any kind of religion?
No. I would think he would do a mosque though. I wouldn't be surprised if he did a mosque.
Why?
I mean, he hates Jewish people. He hates Muslim people. He's kind of just mostly spelled. He's kind of just like action racist. Like me as a joke on the internet, like I guess it's still considered racist, yeah, but like I'm not actually racist. I actually hate to do it. But I wouldn't be surprised if he did a call to a mosque. But I have never heard him talk about a call to a mosque or any other place of worship. I don't think he'd do it to a church. He kind of expects Christians to,
He respects Christians, you know.
I guess it aligns more with his views, I guess. Yep. I just want to go back home.
But did you have something you're trying to ask, Dad?
Huh?
Did you have something you're trying to ask?
No, he's been judged, right? For he said he didn't do the code. He's telling you who did the code. So what's going to happen now?
Well, what I want him to understand, I guess it's very important for you to understand, is understand the context of it. If you robbed a bank and just because you weren't the one who walked inside the bank, money out of the drawer, but you were sitting in the car waiting to drive away, you're just as guilty as the guy that walked in the bank.
Yeah, but I wasn't helping him in any way coverage. That's like that analogy isn't.
But you were a part of it.
That's
But
like.
you have to but you got to take responsibility and understand that you were a part of it.
I was, yes, I will say.
Just because you're not the one whose voice was on the thing, you were a part of that.
Yeah, but okay, so for example, if he never mentioned about swatting Milton, that was his idea, right? I wouldn't have ever been like, hey, yeah, swat Milton, bro, you'll do it, right? So I would never bring up the idea of SWAT in general, even for my own entertainment or whatever. I wouldn't do that. So if he swats Milton, yes, I did watch, but I'm not the one endorsing him to do it, and I'm not the one that's gonna help him cover his tracks. I'm not gonna help him if he gets fucked, because that's his choice. I was just there to watch it. It's like.
But you also told me two different scenarios. In one sentence, you said that Milton High School was a last minute thing that was Hannah's idea. But then in another scenario, you also said you knew about Milton because it was a planned out thing.
Yeah, it was a planned out thing.
So that's two different things. Because someone saying, "Oh, I just went out of school, so swap my school real fast," versus we planned this out.
No, because Hannah said that before actually going to school. She said she was in the call that morning, I'm pretty sure, like around 6 or 7 a.m. in a group call with me, Hayden, and her, right? And she already said she didn't want to go to school, and that was already going to happen, and it happened. The reason why it happened at that specific time is because it was planned for that specific time. She said when it was going to be the band room, she was going to be in the band room. It wasn't like a last effort. It wasn't like on the fly thing. Like he does that. Like that was actually planned. That was planned.
Which you took part of.
And you were part of that call, which was planned.
I was in the.
So you just didn't stumble upon, reaching out to Aiden that day and it's like, we're gonna have a swatting call.
No, I was there. But the thing is, I was there, but I'm not the one telling him to do it. That was Hannah telling him to do it, and Hayden, did it.
But again, what you're saying, you're still
there.
participating.
That's participating. That's being.
Even though, like I said before, you may not say anything on the call. You may not have been the one, who put the group together to make the call, but you were a part of it. Being a part of the call means you're participating.
Okay, then in that sense, yes, I was participating since what they were doing. I knew it. I feel like if Hayden was going to swat Hannah and Hannah didn't want it, then I would have probably did. But that was between them two. That was honestly between them two. I wasn't even take part in it in the sense of actually calling, but that was between them two. At that point,
But realize you could have been like, I don't want to be part of this, and not even participate by being on the phone.
yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting better for.
So even if it wasn't your idea, and even if all these scenarios that you're bringing up, you could have been the person to just be like, I don't want to be part.
100%. That's
So
what
you
I'm
were,
saying.
and that's why I'm like,
Yeah, that's that 100%. I agree with that, and that's what I've been telling you recently. He's he obviously still does swatting and stuff like that. I don't ask about it. He just tells me, "Oh, I just swatted a place with," and he's doing.
when was the last time you communicated? Just like that. That's okay.
The last time I communicated, I still talk to him.
Okay.
I still
So yesterday?
Yeah.
That's safe to say.
I think 2 days ago, actually. I don't think he was participating, but I still talk to him. I don't participate in the way that you guys are talking about. I don't participate
At the
all.
moment.
Like, I haven't done it for a long time. Probably since like around Milton. I haven't like been in the call.
So Milton happened in
Valentine's
February
last year.
of 2022. So say that's the last time that
Around that time.
you participated or you were involved in any type of spotting.
Around that time, I think that's when we stopped. But I'm pretty sure. What I know for sure is I definitely stopped after the start of this year because, like I said, one of my New Year's resolutions was to not do that shit anymore. So,
That's a long.
That was just 2 months ago.
yeah, I know.
I bet they would love if it worked that way too. But like, hey, I don't do that anymore. I know I did it for 10 years, but I don't do that anymore. We just stopped yesterday.
But I genuinely don't think I was a part of any before that even. I was thinking about it for the chance.
I want you to be honest.
I am being honest. I swear.
not.
How can you tell me that? How can you tell me I'm not being honest?
About stuff between Milton up until we're just gonna say you made your New Year's resolution.
What other things have I done? I don't like. I haven't done anything.
Do you remember when the swatting happened at your house?
Yes.
What month was that?
I don't remember. I know they came from with machine gun and everything from, but that was Gutenberg Police Department.
I don't.
They came.
Sometimes what helps people remember, okay, was it hot outside, cold outside, or something else? But I want you to try to remember,
I
right?
That
You
one,
can check the records.
he didn't know. That one he didn't know about it.
Yeah, I was
He
surprised.
did it for him. Like the guy in
Australia. Okay.
Australia,
But
he made that call. Then he tell the boss people.
Okay,
then
so
they-
Milton happened in February.
Mhm.
Then spring came, summer came.
within the last couple
fall
months, I
came.
think.
So within the last few months, as of
Okay, this is a good way to remember. Were you in school or out of school?
Was he going to school?
No, it was
No,
home.
you.
Oh.
You. Were you in school or out of school? Because
I think
you're
this is-
saying this only happened
This is before I started going to school. So when did I start going to school? What was it?
I don't remember, brother. I don't remember. I don't remember.
Oh,
What's
you
it?
should remember
I-
when you've been
Because
going.
he been homeschooled like for 2 years. He was homeschooled before the COVID. Then COVID came and was in the internet.
Okay, so did the swatting call happen when you were in high school or when you were in primary school?
Oh, when he was in Anaclean.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because the records that I have is when you were in North Bergen High School,
North Bergen High School?
when you were swatted.
Yeah. How about
This is a
I don't-
recent
I don't-
event.
I don't remember the month.
Do you remember Gothenburg Police Department showing up?
Yes.
at your house?
Berkeley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was in September
September
of last year.
last year.
September last year, and he was in high school
You
already?
were in high school.
So, believe me, I thought that he was still in the...
Okay, so was there another time that Hayden spotted you at the house?
I think it happened twice. I don't know.
only one
I-
time, dude.
Like that.
Okay, so from when Milton happened
Yeah.
to when that swatting incident happened at your house,
Hmm.
how often would you say you communicated with Hayden?
I had blocked.
You had it blocked?
Yeah.
For how long?
I think like 2 weeks to it can be anywhere from 2 weeks to 2 months. I don't know. I blocked him a lot.
What would cause you to block him?
I don't know. He'd be making threats against me.
Okay.
Like was threatening to swat me and stuff like that. And it would all like he was the one that would take it a step further. Like we start an argument, he'd take it a step further to the swatting. I'd be like, all right, I'll get your dad fired from your fucking job. Like, and I'd be like, oh yeah, if you want to swat me, I'm sure your dad's job would love to know about the fact that he gives you like drugs and stuff. He's had the recording of that, and so I'd kind of use that as like my defense to like tell him to back the fuck up. So, and then, you know, and then I'd block them, and
So how would you guys start talking again?
I don't know. It's just through mutual friends and stuff. Since we have like mutual friends, we'd like to talk with friends, and then you know, it's weird with us because like randomly one day we'd be like, all right, let's just forget it. We'll just like we just like make friends again. Like be like, all right, bro, like I'm sorry, and then he'd say he's sorry, and then we just continue on.
And then when you started chatting again, what were those conversations?
Not too much about swatting. I'd say ever since the last time I blocked him, not too much about swatting because I think after I unblocked him, that was around the time where I stopped with that whole participating in swatting thing. So like, within like the last 4 months, 5 months.
So she just asked before, when was the last time this was?
Yes, 2 days ago.
About 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So did you tell him what happened at your house?
Oh, about him?
That the Gothenburg Police Department showed up at your house and like your dad said.
No,
we should
because
go?
the thing is, I've been going along with this lie that he has the wrong address the entire time. Because like, he knows the address, but I've been trying to, because I'm never gonna actually admit it because he would get satisfaction for me admitting it. So I just talked to him the next day like it was nothing. Because then he'd actually know like, you know, that but I told Chase about it though. Because Chase and me, like, you know, we keep each other's like secrets and stuff like that, and we're like, you know, we're good friends.
Okay, so the day after
Hmm.
you were swatted at the house,
To Chase.
did he mention anything that he had done?
Yeah, he did say he put in a call to the house about a gun, and I was like, what do you mean? I was like, what do you mean? There's no, I
Referring to the
Yeah.
swatting call to your
yeah,
house.
yeah, and I was
Besides that, did he talk about any other calls that he had made?
Around that time period. Actually, yeah. I think we're. But this was like, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it's before or after I blocked him. Yeah, that's the point. I'm kind of getting my time frames mixed up because I've known him for 2 years and he's been through a lot of shit. It's very confusing.
Because like we said before, we did our homework. before
Yeah.
we all got here.
Yeah.
Okay, so I am very familiar with that history that Gothenburg PD
Mhm.
responded to your house for
Yeah.
the SWAT call.
Yeah.
And everything that you told Gothenburg during
Yeah.
the when they arrived at your house.
I'm pretty
So-
sure I blocked him.
You had told them that you blocked Hayden for
Yeah.
about 3 minutes or something.
Yeah, like 2 feet.
So the day after, did he reach out to you or did you reach out to him?
I don't know how many days it was again until we connected, but it's not more of a reaching out thing. I think it's more of a mutual friend, and I'm like, just add Hayden to the call. You know, like I would be in a call with like someone, and I'd be like, hey, just add Hayden to the call, and then Hayden would join hesitantly, and then we'd talk, and then we'd send each other friend requests again, and it'd just be hit next day. But like I said, I don't know the time frame. I genuinely do not know the time frame on it. Like it's very confusing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just not.
Yeah, okay.
Si no, no.
Yeah, it's up to you.
I mean, if you have
Usted
more,
quiere que sigamos hablando, we can. If
Yeah,
not,
if you have more-
Tenemos cuando no.
I mean, if you have more questions, like literally ask it. Like I don't know what you want from me.
I want to make sure your dad has said yes. So I want to make sure. Is it okay
Yeah.
for us to keep talking, or you want to stop?
But I want to tell you something. I want him to be able to go home.
I'd explained it to you, sir.
I'm asking them because he can be home arrest or something. Never been out of the house.
That's not a decision that we get to make.
So we got to see the fiscal now.
He's not gonna see a fiscal, but the fiscal's gonna talk to the judge. once I get the paperwork together.
Ya, pues vamos a hacer los papeles ya, a ver si...
So quisiera parar.
Sí, ya yo creo ya...
What's that?
Wait, but like, if they have more, like, do they have more questions for me?
But if your dad is electing for
No,
us to
but
stop,
if
we
you
can
got more
stop.
questions that they can help him,
The Andrew questions won't particularly.
I was just gonna say, it's only gonna depend on the information that he gives us. We're asking him the questions and he's not remembering, like, the
no, because
information.
it's totally...
It's a lot. It's a lot. The time frames are going to get mixed up so easily when I'm blocking him like every month or every couple of weeks, blocking him, unblocking him, blocking him, unblocking
When
him.
that happened, that he did that
But
Gutenberg
if you're electing to stop talking, I don't think it would be smart to continue the conversation.
Oh,
because we
yeah,
have to
yeah,
respect
yeah,
the
yeah,
fact
yeah,
that
yeah.
you asked to stop.
Sí, no.
Okay, because anything after it wouldn't be okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so just give us some time. I think Dad will have you step out.
Can I send it to a polygraph?
I'm not sure how far to.
I'll send it to a polygraph. If you want to ask any questions, I will submit to a polygraph.
Well, we're not going to facilitate that here.
All right. So just give us. We'll move you back into where you were prior.
Do I have to be there again? How long do I have to be there?
We got to do the paperwork.
I'm in a
okay?
holding cell, dude. I'm in a holding cell, like literally in a brick holding cell. Like one usually in.
Yeah. All right, Dad.
So Brad Parga would plead no contest to a felony by making a false report with firearms. He would be sentenced to 2 years for that offense, and he would also get 3 years of probation, a time in which he is not allowed to use the internet. Looks like Brad would be doing his book reports the old-fashioned way. I appreciate you watching another episode of They Caught Me. I have another really good series coming out soon. It's another one that I think you're really gonna like. And my wife should be back up and running on her channel. So we'll catch you guys again very soon, right back here on They Caught Me. Till next time.